Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver, and welcome back to another episode of It's Look Who It Is. So, sorry about last video, where there was no audio track. That's a classic Adobe, that's a classic OBS funny moments right there. That's a classic OBS funny moments. There were no audio tracks. Well, there was one audio track in Adobe, but I accidentally messed around with the advanced audio properties a while ago. You know, let's, before we get into the banter, what achievement are we going to try to get today? Last episode, we got a whole bunch of achievements. We could do Ico, defeat the Mad Janitor, Echo the Dolphin, defeat the Mad Janitor. That's, like, probably not a terrible one. And we could try to double it up with Dream Devourer. Yeah, we could double it up with Dream Devourer. Ico is pretty strong. I will say, how do I put this? Do we try to do the Real Nightmare as well? We'll leave that up to RNG. I'm feeling kind of weird today, I'll be honest with you. I'm not fully, like, all there. I think I might be coming down with something, because I feel pretty weird. But, you know, listen, we just started a streak of doing daily uploads, and if we're not gonna let accidentally disabling my audio on OBS stop us, we're not gonna let Webweaver feeling a little bit weird stop us. So, with that being said, we're gonna do Ico, Mad Janitor, Dream Devourer. Now there's Dream Salesman, question mark, and then the plushie. It's Look Who It Is. So, it's Look Who It Is and figure it out. Whenever I'm feeling like, oh crap, I'm zonked out of my mind right now because, like, I don't know, I'm coming down with something. I was at a store the other day, and somebody, like, walked up right behind me and coughed right in my neck, and I felt like the spit, or like the moisture from their cough, like, go on my neck, and it was so creepy. So I don't know, maybe somebody hit me with like a Resident Evil, like, bio attack. And, you know, regardless, whenever I am, like, cooked, and I'm like, it's Look Who It Is, that's what we're gonna say, it's Look Who It Is. But Webweaver, you said it's Look Who It Is in every other sentence. Well, you know, sometimes it really is. It's Look Who It Is. So, Ico, Dream Devourer, and Mad Janitor. So we're probably gonna have to reroll for some events. We'll do a little Goizo action, because I am kind of, like, zonked out of my mind right now. What do we want to do? What are we gonna do? What do we want to do? Well, I'm thinking that we probably want to go either Monkey Wrench or Carpenter's Hammer. I think Carpenter's Hammer is, like, significantly worse, and you've all heard me say this, like, 80 times this year, but I think either or. A strength weapon is what we're probably looking for. A dexterity weapon, what dexterity weapon would we want? The katana. How do you get the katana? Random chance through random fucking chance through a 33% gambit, okay? How do you get something like the rusty sickle? You have a dog ally or you have pickpocket. We have Ico perks, so through a dog ally. How do you get a dog ally? Through random fucking chance. So, I think what we would rather do is, that's a great start. That is an absolutely fantastic start. It hurts our sanity quite a lot, but I think we're okay. Oh my god, we got Fatalist, dude! I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. I mean, do we just gamble? What other achievements can we try to get? I didn't take the illegal den. Do 10 damage with a single kick? How the hell do you do 10 damage with a single kick? Ayaka Gaming? Yeah, Ayaka Gaming. That's how you do 10 damage with a single fucking kick. There's no way to do 10 damage with a single... Alright. This is totally mermaids, though, right? Like, this is totally mermaids. This one's totally mermaids right here, so we just get lucky. We just get lucky, chat. We just get lucky. I forgot to take the money. Oh, you piece of crap. Don't worry, this is actually calculated because it's look who it is. What we're going to be able to do is buy just a weapon of some kind. I don't want to do HDF. This is not an HDF run. Can be a Carpenter Hammer run, though. I said it could be a Carpenter Hammer run. I don't really want it to be a Carpenter Hammer run, but it definitely could be. It's not like I particularly wanted it to be, but, you know. Sometimes it is what it is. You thought I was going to say it's look who it is, but nah, nah, nah. But, you know, a lot of cool games have been coming out recently, like, Dying Light, The Beast, Kyle Crane is back, Homie is back. I don't think, like, literally anybody is gonna be like, who, like literally everybody watching this is gonna be like, who the hell's Kyle Crane? You don't fucking understand, okay? Kyle Crane, Kyle motherfucking Crane, is the protagonist of Dying Light 1. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, why is Dying Light 1 important? Well, in Dying Light, it is a co-op game. And in Dying Light 1, I don't know about Dying Light 2, because I haven't played it, but in Dying Light 1, when you did co-op, everyone was Kyle Crane. And so my friends and I, what we did is we all dressed up in the ninja costume, and we would run around shouting Crane Gang as we, like, drop-kicked zombies into, like, fucking red mist. Oh, that's a activation sleeper agent word for, like, 15 different people watching this right now. Is that the red mist? Anyways, so when they made Dying Light 2, I was actually, like, listen, Dying Light 1's story is not really good. Like, it's kind of a disaster. It's kind of ridiculous. It's kind of ridiculous and dumb, but, like, my friends and I, we mythologized Kyle Crane with his, like, you know, self-cloning techniques and his ability to, like, use fucking magic to teleport around, and how he's just, like, a god of, like, zombie destruction. It's absolute fucking cinema, okay? My friends and I basically turned Kyle Crane from boring video game protagonist to... like the greatest character that any of us have ever seen. How the hell do we kill Akamanto, dude? What the hell? How the hell do you kill Akamanto with this? So, when they made Dying Light 2, and they tried to have a different protagonist, I was, like, actually sad, because Kyle Crane was funny to my friend and I's group, and Crane Gang was, like, iconic, you know? Like, we were the Crane Gang, you know? And so, when they announced Dying Light the Beast, and they were like, Kyle Crane is back, I'm like, we no longer have to be honorary, like, we no longer have to be, like, the Korra Team Avatar, we can go back to being, like, Team Avatar Aang Edition, and it's like, I've been praying for times like this. And apparently, amazingly, the game is actually good, so I really want to get it so I can play it with the original Crane Gang. That would be really fun. That would be really fun. I clicked the wrong thing, but it worked out. Yippee! But yeah, also, like, the, whatchamacallit, Silent Hill F. Like, it's like, that game sounds so fucking good. Like, that game looks so fucking cool. And what I mean by, like, sound like, is I haven't really looked much about it, besides that one Twitter gif of her, like, like not teleporting, but like wave dashing behind like the eldritch monstrosity and then hitting it with a fucking pipe wrench, and then it's like crawling on the ground and it's like curled up in a ball shaking, and she's like about to walk away, and then it like gets up to strike her and she just raises the fucking pipe wrench again, and it just fucking goes back to being in a ball state. That's the only thing I've seen of it, but it's like a 9-hour horror game that is apparently really good. Like, that shit sounds fire. That shit sounds awesome. And then there's, like, Borderlands 4, but it's like my friend group doesn't want to get Borderlands 4 yet, so... Or, like, the friend group that plays Borderlands doesn't want to get Borderlands 4 yet, so I don't need to fucking care about that. At least for, like, another year. Borderlands 3 was... Wait, what the fuck? Why am I here? Like, wait... Oh, I thought I was gonna be at the History Club, dude. What the hell? 2 damage to target enemy, 8 if eldritch. Bro, get me the fuck out of here. Why am I even here? I wanted to go to the fucking History Club. What the hell? There we go, that works. Sure, we'll do that. Is this really gonna work, actually? I have no idea. But, like, Akamanto's not gonna do a fuck ton of damage. Never mind, he's gonna do a fuck ton of damage. But you're actually gonna do 1. You ever think about that, huh? You piece of shit, huh? 35% gambling? We'll get it one of these days. We'll get 35% chances one of these days. Or maybe we'll just, like, beat you to death with hammers. Like, we could just do that too, right? I don't think I can do it. You know what? Let's try it. Let's try... Oh my god, they give you way more time. Like, this is not an intended thing, by the way. This is not an intended mechanic, but you have way more time than you think you do, because, like, did you see those inoptimal mouse movements? Did you see how, like, terrible that mouse movement was? I'm not on the top of my game right now. You can all see it. You all already know it. But, like, Borderlands... Okay, so I have a complicated relationship with the Borderlands games, okay? Borderlands 1 was really good, and it had this, like, really weird style of kind of being, like, fucked up and, like, really, like, messed up, but it had, like, sort of this, like, humor, everybody's laughing about it, so don't think about it too hard. But it has, like, so many horrific undertones and so many people just, like, brutally dying for, like, basically nothing, and it's, like, very sad, you know? It's always a fucking... It's always a boss fight. But, like, Borderlands 1 was really good. And then Borderlands 2, they changed it a little bit to be, like... It was still grim dark, but they had nailed the tone down. So it went from, like... Haha, everybody's laughing, don't think about, like, the world and how it's going too much. To the world's pretty fucked up, but it's, like, a lot more, like, character, interpersonal, like, Handsome Jack is the villain trying to kill everybody, and, you know, it's a lot more personal, right? Like, Borderlands 1 was, like, kind of dystopian, and Borderlands 2 was also dystopian, but it was a lot more personal, it had a lot more jokes, and it was, like, they refined the sense of humor and then, like, turned it up a notch. So Borderlands 2 is really good. And it kind of, like, nailed it perfectly, and it had, like... Borderlands 2, despite being what I think is a less fucked up game, had some higher highs when it came to emotional moments and, like, fucked up moments. Right, like, the whole thing with Angel and the thing that happens with, like, Mordecai and, like, what's his name? Is it... What is his name? The bird. But, like, what happens to, like, Mordecai and, like, Angel and the character development of, like, Roland, Lilith, Mordecai, and Brick is all really good, right? Like, it's all really, really good. You know, as much as I hate to give it to... It's look who it is. I think that Borderlands 2, they really did an immaculate job of following the game up. And the new Vault Hunters were awesome. right? And especially like the new Vault Hunters are all really cool. The DLC Vault Hunters, Gage and Krieg, were fucking crazy, dude. Like, Gage and Krieg were awesome characters. And then the default Vault Hunters were also all really cool as well. But then Borderlands 3 came out. And, oh boy. Is this one investigation or two investigations? Because I don't think it's worth it. You know what? It's worth it, dude. You know what? It's not worth it. I'm too lazy. But like, wait, I'm gonna die? Wait, hold on. Why do I have, like, no sanity, bro? Why do I have no sanity, bro? But, it's like, Borderlands 3 was one of the worst experiences I've ever had from a story. And I'll always say this. My friends and I, we started playing Borderlands 3, and Borderlands 3 was, like, I hated it. Like, I immediately hated it, and I had a bad time playing it, and I didn't, like, want to play it. I didn't have any interest in playing it. I thought it was, like, pretty unfun. And then I found out that you can specifically mute the voices, like the voice acting of the game, and then I disabled subtitles. And I started to have a good time. The only time that I re-enabled it was I wanted to see the Hammerlock part, because Hammerlock was, you know, I like Hammerlock. I think Hammerlock's a cool guy. And I thought that part of the game was, like, probably, like, the least bad part of the game. Because, oh my god, there were so many abysmal dog shit parts of the game. We're gambling 50-50, chat. We're gambling 50-50. Listen, I'm not thinking too hard right now. I'm just taking the coin flips and I'm winning because I'm the GOAT and I'm clearly better at this game than the meat horror is, you know? But, but yeah, Borderlands 3 was, like, atrocious and I never went back to play it. The Vault Hunters were fine. The Vault Hunters were fine, like, gameplay-wise. Like, the game was fun. The gameplay was fun. But, you know, I need... like, you know, call me basic, call me a basic bitch. I need fluff, or, like, something. You know, I need, like, something to sink my teeth into. I need, like, aesthetics, I need story, I need lore, I need, like, thematics. I need something other than gameplay, even if it is just friends. Because, like, I was able to get through it because I was playing it with friends, but, like, I have never, ever felt like playing Borderlands 3 ever again. Even when my friends suggest that we should replay the Borderlands games, I'm like, I'm down to replay 1, I'm down to replay 2, I don't give a fuck about 3. But, you know, 4 came out, and people are saying it's good, and it's, like, a darker game, and it's more, like, in line of, like, Borderlands, like, 1? Or, like, Borderlands, it's more in line with, like, Borderlands 1, like, darker themes, and I'm like, I'm here for that. But then it's like, you know, whenever I think about stuff like this, I'm always a little bit hesitant, because there's something that I remember, and that's when, people were saying that Dragon Age Veilguard was gonna go back to the game's roots. And listen, I feel so bad for Dragon Age fans, which is me, because it's like, you know, Dragon Age Origins is, like, probably one of the best games that BioWare ever made, and then they made Dragon Age 2, and Dragon Age 2's combat was, like, pretty generic and pretty, like, not fun. It's just kind of like mashing buttons and, like, mashing things on cooldown, as far as I remember. I haven't played 2 in a while. But here's the thing. Then they made Inquisition, and Inquisition was like... I don't want to make any enemies here. I have no enemies, but... I'm about to. I think Inquisition in some aspects was worse than 2. but it's like, I kind of liked the characters. I kind of liked what was going on. So, you know, it was a weird experience, and I don't really know how to put it. But, you know, what if we just made the school safe, or like low threat level? You know what I mean? Like, that's pretty cool, right? But one of the things is just like Dragon Age Inquisition Dragon Age Inquisition felt like a bland MMO open world, but without the friends part, or like your friends are like not real. You know what I mean? So I didn't really like Inquisition. I got like maybe 70% way through the game, halfway through the game, and I just didn't enjoy it. I just didn't think it was very fun. I never beat it. I beat Dragon Age 2. Like, I was thinking about replaying Dragon Age Origins, and I was thinking, should I replay Awakening? Hell yeah. Should I replay 2? Maybe. Maybe. Genuinely, maybe. Research occult notes, or probably just research the occult notes, why not? Or, you know, yeah, get the Doom. Get the Doom. I know, like, the Doom is, like, our biggest thing right now. I should have probably researched the occult notes. But, can we do this with, like... Can you take on a pack of wolves? Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him. M8S is doing crazy things to my brain, man. But, like, Inquisition was not good. Inquisition was, like, fine, but, like, it was just kind of bland, and it was missing, like... I don't know. It was missing that, like, BioWare spark, I guess, you know? And then they made Veilguard, and it's like... I had it so good with Inquisition, I just didn't know it. Dragon Age Veilguard's going back to the series roots. Okay. Sure. Like, right as I said that, my air conditioner stopped and it just became completely silent in my apartment. That's crazy. That's absolutely wild. It's, like, so properly timed. So properly timed? What is wrong with me, dude? I don't know. I think we're balling. How do we kill this guy? How do we kill this guy with 7 stamina? I think we just block and then prep, like we've been doing for the entire fucking game at this point, right? Aiko's friend? Holy shit, we've never got her before. She's always had my back. Aiko's friend smiles faintly. Allows 1 additional inventory slot carrying an empty bag. That's crazy. Like, you'd think that maybe Aiko's friend would be able to, like, do more. Okay, so we're literally just gonna do exactly what we did last time. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. This is, like... We're just gonna walk up and down smash. You're weak to blunt? I completely forgot. Yeah, you're cooked, bro. You're absolutely cooked. I could have probably killed you this turn. But I'm just hitting save and load over and over again until you're dead because, like, I don't know. I should probably equip the, No, I should equip it later because we're actually getting, like, a benefit from the lucky earrings, maybe. Do I want to try to get our charisma to 8? It's like, our combat's fine. Like, I'm not really worried about our combat. The Carpenter Hammer is doing perfectly okay. Noisy Nails. Me and Noisy Nails Rutsu. I can't believe I never beat that boss as Aiko. I mean, I guess you don't really fight that boss very often because you just take the burn status, and you only really fight that guy as, like, a... You know, we're balling, so we can kind of just do whatever the hell we want. It doesn't matter, but... To me, anyways... It's like, Aiko runs are probably the runs that are gonna ball the fucking hardest, so it's like, why, I don't know if I needed to do that. We should probably put the Crestfallen mask on soon, just so that I don't forget to do it later. Let's just do it now. Yeah, let's just do it now. No, we're going to the freaking hospital, dude. There's a stupid luck check in the goddamn elevator. that's, like, really nasty. So it's like, we definitely should, because we'll die here if we get it wrong. Alright, I'm gonna just go ahead and put this on now. Now? Oh my god. Oh my god, it's the Kabuki Killer! Whoa! Crazy! Bro's weak to this stuff? Okay, hold on. I think you're just dead, right? Like, this is gonna be... Yeah, I think you're just dead. Yeah, verily so. You're completely fucked. What the hell? I don't know why I was just looking at that like, yeah, we can't... Like, I don't know if we're gonna be able to kill this guy. Like, we didn't even have to throw that weapon. Like, we literally just beat him to death with hammers. We were like, okay, let's kill him. Let's beat him to death with hammers. Alright, it's found footage, so we're not getting the, whatchamacallit. We're not getting the whatchamacallit, but that's okay, because it's look who it is. This is actually not who you want to look at all. This is who you do not want to see in the mirror at 4 a.m. Just saying. Call me crazy. What if we did it like this? What the fuck is that dodge? Hello? That dodge is insane, by the way. Like, never fucking mind. Like, what do you mean we can prep attack? We can prep attack, but we can't brace and then prep attack. Like, what the fuck? Like, we can't brace, dodge, prep attack? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, what the hell? Maybe we do need to, like, what is that? Like, genuinely speaking, what the hell is that? How did we get so much Doom? I don't even freaking remember. We bought, like, one item, and then it's like, okay, time to die. How the hell are we feeling about this, by the way? I don't even know why I'm like, you're cooked, brother. Like, you're done. It's over for you. Like, we're doing 20 damage without any bonus. This is freaky feature of found footage. So doing the side quest eliminates 2 side locations. I wish I took hot bath, because we're gonna probably have to rest again, right? Just because, like, I can't trust... Like, I kind of wanted to rest twice, but I'm gonna just kind of take it. Like, I'm just gonna kind of, like, pick a god and pray. Like, it's a low threat level forest. I'm not going to the mansion twice. We just kind of have to, like, hope that our 8 strength and 8 dexterity on a low threat level actually fucking do anything and matter. Now, I'm not really, like, holding out any particular hope, but, you know... Honestly, I'm kind of thinking about running shoes, and then we just take a point of sanity. We've already lost a lot of stamina. We've already seen a lot of the anti-stamina events in the forest, so I think we're alright. I think it's just all sort of balling from here on out. Absolutely love to see that, because it, you know, what could it mean? I don't know. Moving on. That would be one of the things that's kind of cool, if it was, like, the hardest knowledge check in the game, and if you made it, you died, or, like, you went insane from the eldritch knowledge or something, you know what I mean? Because there's, like, a thing with all eldritch horror games, or, like, a very common theme in eldritch horror games that you don't actually see in World of Horror, which is, we are fine, I think. I'm not paying attention that much, but, like... 8 strength, 8 dexterity, and then we have over 5 sanity, so just go, brother, it'll be alright. But it really is crazy, because it's like, holy shit, Akamanto is our second enemy, that's crazy. But the thing is, it's like, in a lot of Eldritch games, or like a lot of Eldritch books, a lot of Eldritch stories, characters who are very knowledgeable are usually at risk. because it's like they, they know. They're knowers. Catch them knowing. And when you know the unknowable, when you know the eldritch, it's like, that's pretty bad for your mental health. And there's nothing like that in World of Horror, huh? Like, knowledge is just an objectively good thing. Like, there's no downside to having the Necronomicon. There's no downside to having the Necronomicon. There's no downside for having a shit ton of knowledge. There's no downside for going into, like, the endless plane of incomprehensible shapes and dead Sphinx corpses that are, like, spewing endless waterfalls of blood. It's just sort of, like, the equivalent of, like, walking in a field of grass and, like, the wind blows by. Or, like, walking in a rice field and the wind blows the rice in the wind. You know what I mean? It's kind of, like, crazy, honestly. Like, you don't really think about that very often. So what did we get for my friends? Where is this one? I don't know where it is. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere around here. But I'm not entirely sure. We're getting there, though. We're getting, well, welcome to the family, son. We're getting somewhere. I don't know where the achievement is. I don't know where the achievement is. I don't know what the... Yeah, I don't know where the achievement is. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I'm pretty sure it's, like, it's not here. I'm, like, fairly certain. Because these are new achievements. And it's not up here, I'm fairly certain, because these are also, like, achievements that were added. And then, like, the original achievements were, like... Was it, like, here? It was, like, this corner to this corner. I'm, like, pretty certain. And from, like, Miku to... What was it? We don't know. It wasn't... Was it We Don't Need Eyes? Or was it, like, Restless? Was it, like, Restless to True Idol to Shiikawa History to Miku? Was that, like, the original achievement set in the game? And they just kept getting, like... expanded out, and then this is like a fucking cursed bookmark with like Reign of Spiders on it. Like, this shit's so weird, man. But yeah, for my friends, me and my friends Rutsu. Anyways, I don't know where it is. 86 out of 96, we're almost there. 10 more achievements to go, chat. I'll see you on the next episode of Unlockies.